Okay, first of all, go on Google, search for Socrative, and then select Socrative teacher, as you see here. You need to create an account. Just tick off create an account. You can also, of course, sign in with Google. Once you have created an account, you can create quizzes. You see here is your dashboard. Launch will give you an overview, quizzes. There you can find all the quizzes you've already created. You can then open different rooms. I will come to that. This room here has this number. This is always the number, not number, this is the code that you would give students when they enter a room. So the student need not create an account. You just give them these this code, password, and they come into the room and can start the quiz. This is for reports. We will go to them later, and the result show you also later. When you create a quiz, you first of all title your quiz. You can choose among different kinds: multiple choice, true or false, or short answers. You can of course use all three of those options within one quiz. When you have finished, you always save and exit. See here, this is one side when you create a quiz. First the title, then here maybe if you use multiple choice the question, you can also add a picture. You have different kinds of answers. You can also of course make fewer answers than just tick here. You can also add answers, then go on add. Always tick off what is correct so that the students then see whether they have given a correct answer or not. Then you can save and come to the next question. They are all numbered as you see here. When you go save, then you come to number 2. When you have finished all, you go on save and exit. If you want to modify the kind of your answers, if you want to have them in bold or want to have them underlined or use them in math, you use formatting, and then this will show up and you can use that. So here you can see I just used any kind of letters, so you can see how it looks when you're working on a quiz. This is for short answers. There is a question, then they could answer it, and this would be the correct one. True or false, here would be the question, it's number 2, and you can see you can use all three kinds of option. This is number 2 with true and false. This is the side that you have when you create the quiz. Or number 3, correct answers would be number 3 then, and always save. Or you can of course delete it when you think you've done something wrong or want to change it. You can also use quick questions, just one question during the lessons if you want to have a quick decision of your students or want to do a quick revision, then this is the way you can use it. And then you could see how students decide, and you can use this on the board with the projector. Short answer, just to give you a quick overview. Write the question here. Require student's name, which would be then important if you need the names from the students who has decided in whatever was true or false, and then go on start. You can of course launch space race as on Kahoot. That means first of all you create a quiz, then you choose one of the quizzes, for instance tick here, and that would be the next step. You choose the settings, the number of teams, auto assign a student choice, which means student choice means the student can decide the team they want to be in, or they are automatically joined to a team. You can use the icons, the different ones that you need. And here also show the final score, show question feedback. You can choose if you want to have that or not. This is the page that will students see when they go on Socrative Teacher. They just have to enter the room name, as I've said before. This are the letters and numbers that is the room that you create. And this is it. As I said before, it's always this room. You can create more rooms. Actually, I use only one room, but if you have different classes, then you would maybe have more rooms. And each room has this has different password, and you just write the password on the blackboard, so students just enter it when they enter the room. After that, they enter their name, and go on done, and then they will start the quiz. If it's a space race, so if they're in different teams, not working individually but in teams, then they select their team and start racing. And this is how it looks with colors they can choose. Or if you have auto assign, then they cannot choose here, but they are automatically selected to blue or magenta, for instance. And this is how it looks for students. There, for instance, he's in team blue and he starts the quiz. This is this side how it appears on your page, but you can also produce this on the board with the projector, and then they can see which team is first. When they have all done the questions, you go on finish, and then you can of course select an option about the report. You can get reports overall, you can see the view chart. You see here, this is a report individual with the names, and you can see how they have done, how many percent they have reached. I can also show you another option. You can also have an Excel report, and then you can modify it, and I sometimes sum it up so I can see how many correct questions, the total score, and then decide for myself what I need. But the total score and number of correct questions will always be shown on the Excel sheet with inclusively the name